Hello everyone, welcome to my first video on the Rust programming language. In this video, I will tell you what Rust is, how to install it, and how to write a simple Hello World program in it. First of all, what is Rust? Rust is a low-level, multi-paradigm systems programming language that focuses on performance, type safety, and concurrency. It is a compiled language, meaning that there is no runtime like Python. It is also very memory safe, ensuring that all references point to valid memory without using a garbage collector like JavaScript or reference counting like Python. Since it is a compiled language, any errors that may occur are shown while compiling, which means that the code is less prone to breaking when in actual use. Now you'll be wondering, yeah, Rust sounds great and all, but why would anyone ever use it? Couldn't they just use C, C++ or Python? Well, you're not completely wrong, but there are many things that make Rust stand out from the crowd. Rust is blazing fast as well as memory efficient. Since it is a compiled language, the chances of errors happening after compiling are very low. The Rust compiler checks for type errors, unsafe code, and memory leaks. This means that the code will not compile until all of these are fixed. Thus, it greatly reduces the possibility of the program crashing when it is deployed. Rust's rich type system and ownership model guarantee memory safety and thread safety. All these are possible because of the core features of Rust, which include immutable variables, static types, zero-cause abstractions, pattern matching, and many more. Rust also has great documentation and learning tutorials. It has a very friendly yet strict compiler and top-notch tooling, featuring an integrated package manager and build tool known as Cargo. Additionally, it employs an LSP or Language Server Protocol called Rust Analyzer, which provides functionalities such as auto-completion, code formatting, and type inspections. Rust also has an extensive developer community, often referred to as Rustaceans. Now that we know what Rust is, let's write a simple Hello World program in it. Before we can start programming, we first need to install the Rust compiler and Cargo. To do that, we can use RustUp. RustUp is a tool for managing Rust compilers. It can be used to manage different versions of the compiler on a single system. Since Rust is cross-platform, it can be installed on any OS. In this video, I will show you how to install it in Linux. To install RustUp in Linux, we can use a shell script which will download the Rust compiler, Cargo, and all the other necessary packages and install it on our system. To do that, we first have to open a terminal and then download the script. We can use curl for doing that. Type this command curl /sf https // So what this will do is it will download the shell script. Next we need to execute it using sh. To do that, we can just append pipe sh to it, which will run the downloaded script. Now if we hit enter, it will download the installer, and when it is downloaded, you will see this output in the terminal. Here you can choose between three options. If you choose the first option, RustUp will be installed with the default configuration. If you choose the second option, you can customize the configuration of RustUp, and if you choose the third option, it will cancel the installation. I'm going to choose the first option, which will install Rust up with the default configuration. So this will install Rust on our machine. Now we can see that Rust has been successfully installed on our machine. Next, we can create a simple program which will print hello world to the terminal. First, we need to create a new file. To do that, we can use the touch command. Type touch and the name of your file. I will name it hello world and put the extension as .rs. rs is the extension for Rust. Now if you hit enter, it will create a new file named helloworld.rs. Now we can open this up in a text editor. I am using NeoVim. You can use any other text editor like VS Code or Sublime Text. I will open it up. So here we have a blank file. Now let's write the code that will print hello world. In Rust, every program needs to have a main function. There are some exceptions which I will discuss about later. So let's create our main function. To declare a function in Rust, we have to use the fn keyword. Then we need to pass in the name of the function. We are going to call it main. Then we need to put a pair of braces, and outside the braces we need to put in a pair of curly braces. Inside these curly braces we can write the code which will be executed. We want to print hello world to the terminal. To do that, we can use the println macro. A macro is essentially a piece of code that generates another piece of code. I will discuss about macros later in the series. Now we can just pass in the string we want to print out. We have to put the string between a pair of double quotes like this. I'm just going to type hello world, and then at the end of the line we need to put a semicolon. Now we can save this file. So this code will print hello world. Let's see how we can run this code. So back in our terminal we can type rustc, which stands for Rust compiler, and pass in the name of our file. Now we can hit enter, and what this will do is it will compile our code to a binary. Now we can run this binary, and you can see that it has printed hello world to the terminal. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.